far back. I feel like we need to get a little closer. Hi friends, I hope you're all doing well. In today's video, I want to do another bookish talk video just because I've been really enjoying doing these. And I saw Destiny do this on YouTube, and it's pretty much answering bookish would you rather questions. So I was like, oh, that looks fun. I'd like to do that too. So I went on Chatbot and I asked Chatbot to ask me or to give me bookish would you rather questions, and I'm going to be answering them with you guys today. So let's get started. I have my laptop here, and this is pretty much what I'm going to be referencing off of. But the first question is, would you rather only be able to read your favorite book once but remember every detail, or read as many books as you want but forget them immediately after finishing them? I don't know. No, actually, I switched that. I'd rather be able to only read my favorite book once or remember every detail, just because, again, as I said before, I'm not really the type of person to reread books. And when I read a book once and I can remember all the details, I think it's really great. It's really nice. I can reminisce on it. So I'd pick the first option because I feel like that kind of defeats the whole purpose of like reading something and forgetting about it immediately after. So yeah. The second one, it says, would you rather live in a library with infinite books but never be able to leave, or have a personal library with an unlimited selection but the ability to travel anywhere? I'll pick the second option hands down. I'd love to have my own personal library that has an unlimited selection of books that I can read, and like the ability to travel anywhere. Like, oh my goodness, I would love that. I would definitely go for the second option. The third question is, would you rather be able to visit any fictional world but only for a day, or live in one of the fictional worlds for the rest of your life? I think I would go for the second one. I would rather be able to live in a fictional world only for a day, because I feel like if I could do that, then I could bounce between so many different fictional worlds and still be able to enjoy that experience. Because for me personally, I've yet to read a book that I was like, oh my goodness, I'd love to live in this world, or I would love to, like, you know, dwell and be like amongst these characters. And I feel like because I haven't found that yet, I would be more than happy to live in a fictional world for one day and then just like keep hopping from like different like worlds or like different series. I think that that would be so much fun. The next one is, would you rather have the ability to bring book characters to life for a day, or visit the world where your favorite book is set? It depends though, because like for the first one, there's some characters that I would like to bring to life because I think it would just be cool to get to see them in real life. But then it's also like, what are they gonna do while they're here? Because it depends like on like what the ramifications are. Because if I can bring a character into this world but they won't be able to like mess anything up, or even if they do mess things up, when they like go back to their world, everything reverses and resets back to normal, I'm okay. I'm fine with that. And also another thing is, if I get to go to their world, do I die? Like, what happens if I die in that world? Like, do I just like am I like gone forever, or do I get to like, you know, have a chance to like come back? Because I feel like if that's the case, like at the end of the day, if nobody gets harmed, and honestly I feel like I'd like to bring a character to this world because I think that that would be really funny just to see them like react. And like, yeah, I think it would just be really funny to see them in my environment and see them in my space, and have them react the way that they normally do in their book and in their universe and like the real world. I think that would be funny, because when I think of that, like my mind automatically goes to like anime and like manga, and there are some characters that, oh my goodness, I would love to bring them into this world because it would be so funny. It really would. Like, I think I always say this, but I would love to bring Anya into this world. I think it'd be so hilarious watching her like being able to like read people's minds and react to like what they're saying and what they're doing. I think that that would be hilarious. So I think I would do that. Ooh, I like this next one. Would you rather have the power to rewrite the ending of any book you dislike, or know the ending of every book before you start reading it? I feel like it's honestly a crime, because I remember when I was younger, I knew this one person that they would always read the last sentence of a book. And it just bothered me so much, because I'm like, why the heck would you take a book and read the last sentence and spoil pretty much the entire storyline for you? I feel like if I knew what was going to happen in a book before I picked it up, I wouldn't want to read it, because I think that that would honestly be boring. I would honestly pick the second, no, not the second, I'd honestly pick the first option. I'd rather be able to rewrite the ending of any book that I didn't like. And specifically, if I was going to rewrite an ending, I feel like I would want to rewrite the ending for Attack on Titan. Now, I didn't necessarily hate it. I agreed with, like, okay, not agreed. It made sense with the way that the manga ended. Is it the way that I wanted it to end? No. I personally would have preferred if it ended slightly differently, and not even slightly. I would have preferred if it ended differently. It makes sense, not like upset about the ending, but I would have preferred if it ended differently personally. So if that was a book or a series that I could rewrite the ending for, it would definitely be that one. Another book that I would rewrite the ending for, Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover. I did not like that book. I did not. I would also rewrite the ending so it could be a little more realistic. The next one is, would you rather be able to only read one genre for the rest of your life or never read the same genre twice? Okay, because like in all honesty, I tend to find that like for me personally, I tend to gravitate a lot towards romance, and I just naturally find myself wanting to read books that are based on romance. But don't get me wrong, I love murder mystery, I love thriller, I'm trying to get more into like historical fiction, and I feel like it's just really refreshing to read books from different genres, because I feel like if you read the same genre over and over and over again, it kind of puts you in a reading slump. But to only be able to read one genre, well, even within like romance too, I think there's like a little bit like there's more diversity, I guess you could say, but there's like more range, because you can have like really spicy romance novels, but then you can have like romance and mystery, and you can have like romance and historical fiction. So in all honesty, I think I would pick one genre, but it would be like a very vague genre. Like I'd pick like romance, for instance, and then after, even within romance, there are smaller like subcategories. So I think that's what I would do to keep myself entertained and to not find myself in a reading slump. Would you rather have the power to speed read and finish any book in a minute but retain all the information, or read at a normal pace but have a photographic memory of every book? Honestly, this would be an amazing ability to have. Either one would be really great if I was studying, I'm not gonna lie. In terms of reading by like photographic memory, do they mean like I remember like the storyline in terms of like pictures, or is it just like I just remember, like I just like snap like a screenshot of like what the page looks like? No, honestly, I'd rather have the first option. I think I would rather do that in all honesty, because that would honestly be a very handy trick to be able to just power through a novel and remember everything. Like 100%, I would definitely do that. The next one is, would you rather meet your favorite author for a brief conversation or have them write a personalized book just for you? Oh, I think doesn't get me wrong, I respect the authors that write books, but no, honestly, I think I'd go for the second one. If I could have a personalized book, like I think, do you know how fun that would be if somebody wrote a personalized book just for you? I think that's like the dream for like every reader to an extent. Like if somebody wrote me a personalized book, it had all the tropes and everything I wanted, that would be so cool. I think that'd honestly be like an amazing gift. I would cherish that for the rest of my life. Yeah, I would want an author to write me a personalized book, 100%. I definitely want that. The next one is, would you rather live in a world where all the books are adapted into movies, or a world where books are the only form of entertainment? Ooh, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. Personally, I don't think that every book should be adapted into a movie. I think some things are just better on paper, and I think some books, when they get adapted into movies, just don't have the substance, or don't really have a very concrete structure or backbone in terms of like the storyline to actually carry out a good movie and for it to actually play out well. So in all honesty, I'd rather live in a world where books are the only form of entertainment, because it was like that back then, like a really long time ago in like the olden days. So I would honestly go for the second option. I would not do the first one, because that would end really, really, really badly. Would you rather have a pet dragon that accidentally burns your favorite books, or a mischievous bookworm that devours the ends of all your novels? Ooh, I'm not gonna lie, if you were burning all of my books, I'd be a little pressed. I definitely would be. Do you know how frustrating it would be to read a book and to get to the end and not being able to find out what happens? You know what I would actually do? Because the bookworm can't eat like electronic books, you know what I mean? Like e-copies of books, because if they could eat a Kindle, that'd be weird. I don't know why I still have the bookworm with me. I think I would honestly go for the second option, because if all my books were being burnt, I'd just cry. And also the dragon can also burn the Kindle too, and it could also burn my iPad too, where all my physical or my ebooks are. So I think if the bookworm could only eat physical books, I would let it eat all the endings, but I would just read all of my books on like a Kindle, and then that way I'd be able to read the ending of my books, and the bookworm wouldn't be able to like disrupt my reading process. So I would go with the second one. The next one is, would you rather have a bookshelf that only contains books written by your closest friends, or a bookshelf filled with novels written by authors from different centuries? I'm going with the second one, hands down. I definitely would love to have a bookshelf filled with authors that have written from different decades and time periods. Just being able to see like the thought process and what life was like when they were writing is so cool. I would definitely do that, 100%. That would be so cool. Would you rather live in a world where libraries are portals to different dimensions, or a world where every book you read becomes personalized, interactive experience, trailers just for you? Ooh. Oh, Because the thing is, if I had a library that could transport me into a different book, that would be so cool. But then the thing is, being able to read a book and have it be like personalized to you, and it's almost like an interactive experience. Dang. But the thing is, like, because if it's interactive, that means like I have a say and I can change things, right? I would go with the second one, 100%. If I could live in a world where I read a book and it was tailored to my experience, well, I mean, I think that would be fun, but I think at some point I would it wouldn't be as fun, because I think with the book universe, like the library that allows you to transport yourself into every book universe, I feel like it would always keep you on your toes, just because it's different people writing books that don't think the way that you do. So every experience would be a new adventure, but I feel like if every single time I dictated and chose what happened in books, I think at some point I'd probably run out of ideas, and maybe it wouldn't be as predictable. Maybe it would take away some of that surprise element. So in all honesty, I think I'd switch it around. I'd go with the first one, because it would always keep me on my toes. It would always keep me entertained. It would always be a fresh and a new experience. So I'd go with the first option. Would you rather be a character in a book that constantly breaks the fourth wall and talks directly to the reader, or a character in a book where the narrator constantly changes depending on the reader's mood? I'm not gonna lie, breaking the fourth wall would be funny. That would be really cool. But if the narrator changes based on the character's mood, I'd go with the first one. If I was a character that could break the fourth wall, 100%. I would rather be a character in a book that constantly breaks the fourth wall and talks directly to readers, and yeah, I would do that for sure. That'd be so funny, because I feel like in some instances, in some books, if characters could do that, I think that would be more of an immersive experience. I think that would be funny. That'd be hilarious. I would definitely do the first one. And this is the last question, and it is, would you rather have a pair of glasses that allows you to see the hidden stories within people's tattoos, or a bookish mirror that shows you alternative versions of yourself with different literary universes? But I feel like being able to read, like if I could see like the meanings behind some people's tattoos, I think that would be cool. But at the end of the day, it's not like every single time somebody gets a tattoo there's a deep meaning behind it. I think I would probably go with the second one, in all honesty, because I feel like if I had a mirror that showed me what I would look like different versions of me in different literary like genres or worlds, that would be really cool. And I think because of that would honestly like push me or inspire me to write my own book. So I think I would go with the second one. So those are all the bookish questions that I have. This is honestly really fun. I liked sitting here and talking about or answering these questions and reacting to them. I thought that it was really cool. Hope you guys found this video really entertaining, and I will see you again next time. Thank you very much for watching. Bye!